Good evening and welcome back. It's another Talking Technical show. And first of all, to the family of Mr. Mike Schuessler, one of the best economists that South Africa has ever seen, has passed away this week. And I think many of the viewers that's watching Talking Technical, like myself, has learned a lot about economic. When Mr. Mike Schuessler chat about it, it was always just in simple language and everyone could make sense of it. So rest in peace, Mike. I chatted to you maybe 2 or 3 times in my lifetime. You sometimes tweeted or WhatsApped me. Thank you so much, but all the best and rest in peace. Well, let's kick off. It's another week. It's Talking Technical. Thank you for all the requests. And first of all, Hannes is asking about Metrofile. Now, Hannes is saying that he's a buyer of Metrofile for the long term, and he's quite keen on holding the stock. Then it sounds like he's got the stock. If I look at the chart, I just want to say I'm picking something up that makes me a little bit worried, Hannes, and that is that little trend line there. That trend line tells you the momentum was clearly up from June last year all the way through till now, and suddenly in the last couple of weeks you started moving below this support line. Now, first of all, I'm always a little bit worried if I do see that. Now, that's the first concern, and that tells me while the stock is moving below 336, the momentum is to the downside. But what I don't like is the following that I'm going to see you. And I know you may be holding it on for a long time and you're happy about the stock. But I'm going to show you something now that usually triggers my mind if I see this and I say, listen, is there maybe something bigger in the making here? And there you are. I'm going to zoom it out to you, Hannes, then you can see. Excuse me. And what do I see here? I see an head and shoulder formation. Now, what I don't like about a share, if it shows me a head and shoulder formation after a nice rally, it sometimes tells me that there's maybe some sell-off in the making. Now, for me, simple. While it is, and the neckline is at 329, below 329, I'll be nervous having the stock or even accumulating the stock. And honest, I will only get happy about the stock when it gets above 336, and especially this top of the right shoulder, 339. And remember, this is a weekly chart. Of course, that will mean that you need a Friday close before you will make your decision. But I don't know where did you buy it. I don't like this slow but surely loss of momentum that we're seeing in the company. I know maybe the company is doing well. I don't know. I didn't check the fundamentals. Maybe the company is doing well. It looks like it had a massive rally. From October last year all the way to 240 now. That's a beautiful rally. That's a strong rally. Maybe it's time to just reconsider your position. Not buy, maybe even locking in some profits. You can always buy it back unless you are a real long-time investor holding it for 5 or 6 years from now. Well, Louis, thank you for contacting me, and that is about Wesizwe. Now, Wesizwe, of course, we know it's a platinum miner. They're not yet 100% in production. And what happened was the previous time when they reported some results, share had a beautiful rally. It rallied here from R1.14 all the way up to R1.18 one go. Now, for me, you guys know me by now. When I see these rapid moves, even there, I will immediately say to myself, listen, Frans, that is a lamp pole formation. Now, if you see a lamp pole formation like this, it is clearly that the stock had a beautiful rally. It had to pull back, and we've seen another one. It looks like it's doing the same. It's starting to pull back. Now, for me, I will only get positive if it can break above 165. Reason why? And you see there was a previous stop at about 165. It came back to 141. It moved back to 165. And now suddenly we're sitting on a double top formation. Now, a double top formation, also a warning formation. Remember, this is a weekly chart. If it is below and it's consolidating below 145, my momentum to the downside is in place. And where can it go to? Let's quickly do that projection for you. It's not a big move to the downside, but I don't like to see that the share can maybe back to the downside. My move to the downside on the double top is where it will be R1.26. So it's a tiny move, another 10 or 12 cents. While it is moving below this 145, 144 level on a weekly basis, I would rather leave the stock for somebody else to buy. Errol is asking about Orion Minerals. Now, first of all, we know that this company is not yet in production. In actual fact, I liked the chart when the chart was starting to move above this 30 cents level. There was a chart, that level. And why did I like the chart? Maybe let's just show you why was I excited. There was the low. There was a higher low. There was a higher high because it was above that. And I thought by myself, well, something is on the boil. What happened? It pulled back. And then you had this beautiful rally up to 40 cents. What was the message? Another lamp pole formation. And the lamp pole formation told you it is just too nice, too soon, too quick. And what happened? It's starting to blow off. And what do we see since then? It's a high, a lower high, a lower high, lower high, lower high, all the way. So for me, at the moment, it's trading at 25 cents. So for me, where will I only turn excited about the company? I'm going to use this little trend line. I'm going to take it all the way back through there. Let's have a look. I've got some nice pointers there. At the moment, this line is now suddenly a resistance line. So for me, before I can get excited about this stock, it needs to get above this resistance line. And where's the level of this resistance line? It is sitting exactly on 27 cents. So while it is below 27 cents, Klerk is not going to touch the stock. He's just going to wait. If you did buy it for the long term and you did not take your stop loss and you're happy with the company and you want to give it some time, because remember, it's mostly an Australian company that's doing most of the work there. And this mine, by the way, is not far from us. It's around Pisca. So I will not touch the mine. I will let it go and let it wait. And remember, if you do buy it for the long term, why do you want to rush in and buy now? Wait for it so it turns around. We'll probably see some nice volume sometime. If some interested buyers are coming in and they buy in big chunks. At the moment, unfortunately, I do not see that. So for me, below 27 cents, just sit on your hands, my friend, and wait. And what I always call just a poker face. Benny is asking about Wally World Entertainment. Well, this stock is listed on the New York Stock Exchange. The stock is looking like a little bit under pressure, but maybe she's got an idea why she wants to buy. In actual fact, I've seen over the years, like I think last week or the week before, we had some brilliant calls. I mean, we had some 3 stocks or 4 stocks that some of the viewers asked me to analyze for them. I mean, what a win. Some of them really after that just moved up. And the reason why, because a lot of the viewers of Talking Technical are educated already. And they've seen over the years exactly how to think, what to do, when to get in, and we like it. So for me now, Jenny, first of all, the momentum, as you know, is down. This is a weekly chart. And let's use the old simple horizontal resistance line that you guys know by now that I like to use. And while it is to the downtrend, just leave it. And why she likes it? It's maybe because there's a low. It's a higher low, but it looks a little bit lackluster to me. And where will I get excited? Well, can you believe it? That's above 2 American cents. So you cannot have a stop loss here. If it goes bang, it's just buy Irene. But for me, if you buy it above 2 cents, there you are. I mean, you've got targets of 3 cents, and you've got targets of 4 cents and 6 cents. I mean, and what is the lesson here? Jenny, if you do buy the stock, just don't go and buy millions and billions of them. Buy a little bit and wait for the company to show on the technicals, maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, higher lows, nice volume, change of a trend, a resistance line into a support. So just nibble it, don't go big. And unfortunately on this one, the stop loss will be 0. So when it goes to 0, you will just say goodbye, I've lost my money. I mean, this is definitely a gambling stock. I mean, if you like to do that, there's the level. But unfortunately, on this one, I think the first time ever on the show with no stop loss, because the stop loss is exactly at 0. Penny is asking about Consolidated Edison. Now there you are. This is a momentum stock. I mean, this is the kind of stock that a lot of the viewers will just say, Frans, thank you so much. We want to trade momentum. So where's the level? I mean, there's the level for you. I'm going to give it through to you, Penny. If you want to chase the momentum after such a massive rally, you can do so. I will not do so. But I mean, above 97.68, it can really fly maybe to 100. But where's my stop loss? My stop loss is going to be 92.62. And why is the reason why I don't like momentum stocks? Because, if momentum carries on, it's beautiful. But I've seen what happened in the past. Look at this momentum. Just want to show you here before. A while back, and that was now last year, well, in 2020, the stock rallied from 72 to 92 in a matter of 3 or 4 weeks. So what happens when you're a momentum trader? You start to buy it, and as you believe that the stock will maybe go to 96, it just turns around on one sudden moment and it just starts to lose all its momentum to the downside. So for me, that is the reason why I'm not a momentum trader. I want the stock to consolidate, higher lows, maybe an inverse head and shoulder, maybe a double bottom or a falling wedge. That's my kind of trade. I mean, it depends. If you are a momentum trader, just use a strict stop loss like I gave through now, and don't overplay your hand. If it goes up and you make your 10 or 15%, or even 5 or 6%, and you're happy and you see that the share wants to lose momentum, there's nothing wrong by taking a profit. And I always say, I've never met anyone that gone broke by taking a profit. Well, thank you for watching this show. Visit our website, www.fransklerk.com, for more info, and we will chat again.